Okay, so I'm just going to give a quick overview of how a VPN or a virtual private network works. So I'm at home right now. If I do ipconfig/all, see a lot of connections on my machine here. I've got a lot of virtual machines set up as well for some work stuff. But you can see that I'm at home here. I've got my FiOS router connection. My MAC address is 00D8615452FB for my Intel chipset. I have an IP address on my local network here, so that's that 192.168 prefix that we've talked about. I have a subnet of 255.255.255.0, just like we've seen in class before, and I'm connected through my default gateway here at home. So I have a problem right now, which is that I would like to access a paper that I would have access to if I was on campus, because USNA pays for access to this particular library online. But I don't have access to it at home because I don't pay for it individually, since I do have access through USNA. So if I was on the network, if I drove to campus right now, I could get access to this PDF, download it, and read it. But it's 9:15 at night. I don't really want to drive to the yard just to read a single PDF. But I'd like to do this, read this paper, look at some details tonight as part of some work I'm doing. So I want to be able to connect to the network. So what I can do is go to this little VPN connection here that I've got. Connect. You can see I'm connecting to sslvpn.usna.edu. So this is a VPN over SSL. It's very similar to sort of SSH that we've talked about. It's a secure link. It's encrypted, and it's going to actually tunnel over the internet to get to USNA's network and then treat me as if I am actually on USNA's network. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my password, and I'm going to have to accept that I'm, not doing anything with, spying or anything like that, all right, as usual. And then if I click refresh here, now that I've connected, it treats me as if I'm on campus at USNA, and I can, load up this PDF that I want to be able to read. It's, switched from the get access button to as if I'm connected at USNA. If we go back here, I can search and do ipconfig/all again. And if I go up to the top, we'll see I actually still have my old connection, right? Because I am still connected to the internet over my Comcast router, or my FiOS router, right? I still have to have that connection to sort of tunnel into USNA. However, if we scroll up a little more, we can see this Ethernet adapter, Ethernet 2. So this is coming from the Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client Virtual Mini Port, etc. This is the remote connection that I just established, this VPN. So it's got its own sort of made-up MAC address that is what it's going to be sent. Data is going to get sent to this on my computer, but it's basically treated as if it is local to USNA. And you can see here now, as opposed to that 192.168 address that I had earlier, now I have this 10.5.165.168 address that I would have at USNA. I have a different subnet mask on that network, so I'm connected somewhere in the VPN network, presumably, and I have a different default gateway to access the internet. So I'm routed through USNA's network to actually get to the internet now, as compared to before when I would have routed through my local network here. So now I'm getting all of my traffic through USNA's network, and that's how this website is able to determine that I have access to this particular resource now.